Hello, welcome back to the We Are City channel, back again with our Manchester City FIFA 22 career mode, and we have hit January 2024. We are into a new year, and of course 6 months or so, not even that, left of the Premier League season. Of course we've got the Champions League where we've drawn, they've seen there, Paris Saint-Germain, which we will not be playing in this episode, but PSG are coming up in the round of 16, and we also possibly have the FA Cup, depending on how we do. And our first game of today's episode will be the FA Cup away to Southampton. We're going to use the sim system in this one because I want to possibly delve into the transfer market and play the 3 games in this month. Away to Everton, at home to Manchester United, and away to Wolverhampton Wanderers. Very good start to the new year. And it's going to be exciting to see who we bring in. Of course, the one position I'm looking at is possibly right back. And one thing I'm going to do, and I'm going to do it right now, and I think it's the right decision when it comes to transfers and things. Lucas de Jong, I'm going to put on the loan list. 16 years of age, 74 rated. He's clearly going to be one of the best players in the world, I feel, in the future. But right now, he's not quite Manchester City quality. And if we get a bit of first-team football going to next season, he'll still only be 17 years of age, which is ridiculous. We paid nothing for him. It's a swap deal for Bruno Carrera, who is a young player that was probably never going to get a chance here at the club due to the fact that we've already got 2 amazing holding midfielders that are not too old anyway, in Calvin Phillips and Rodri. So that is a move that we're looking to make. And then possibly Walker moves to centre-back. And then we need a right back, and we do sort of need a centre back who's left-footed. We haven't got that at the moment. Whether Tierney becomes a left back because he's been a bit shocking at left back this season. Zinchenko, I don't know. We'll work it out as we go through. Josh Wilson-Esbrand though, 77 rated now, going into season 4. Looks like a key man for next season. And let's get into this simulated game against Southampton. So this is the side for Southampton today. Bazunu starts in goal, of course, our goalkeeper. We've got Walker, Stones, Lacroix and Zinchenko at the back. Rodri and Kunku and Gundogan in the midfield. Palmer in behind Jesus and Vlahovic. And Isak, Sterling, McAtee, De Bruyne, Diaz, Cancelo and Trafford on the bench. So into the sim system against a Southampton side that we scraped past in the Premier League in the last episode, a 2-1 win. This time it's FA Cup action, and Southampton are actually playing a rotated side themselves, I think, when we see the team. You see there Rakovic, Ramos, Chapete, they've got Lois and Vokins in there as well. Chauke, Jordan, Drew, Gineppo, Correa and Rafa Mir up top. So a couple of rotations, mainly in the back line for Southampton. Fitness is up in our side, ratings there as well. You can see how well players are doing. And still we come forward here. Chance for Manchester City. Vlahovic could have had a hat-trick. Just past the bar by the big Serbian. Oh, chance here. Vlahovic not really got the pace to get away. Wide to Cole Palmer. Swung in here to Gabriel Jesus, who makes it 1-0 Manchester City in the FA Cup. 1-0 we lead at St Mary's against Southampton. Rodri, Gabriel Jesus on the left boot. What a bend into the top corner there. 89 rated Gabriel Jesus. He's firing here today in the FA Cup. Second choice to Raheem Sterling, but still an incredibly good player. And he makes it 2-0. And could Jesus fall into the Ferran Torres category of being just too good to be a backup and wanting to leave the club? I hope that isn't the case. But we could see that from Gabriel Jesus. Zinchenko brings the ball forward here for Manchester City at the corner flag. Here's Gundogan. Cole Palmer. Gabriel Jesus, hat-trick for the Brazilian. 3-0 Manchester City. The 10.0 rating. That is game over. Let's get to the game plan. Let's make some changes at half-time. Let's get James McAtee on. Maybe not for Cole Palmer. Let's get Ilkay Gundogan off for a rest. James McAtee comes on. And we've got pretty much first-team players on the bench, haven't we? Let's get McAtee in there anyway. And let's jump to result once McAtee is on. And a 3-0 win, a Jesus hat-trick, sends us into the next round of the FA Cup. Well, Lucas de Jong has come to us to say he wants a loan. He's happy with a loan at 16 years of age. He's not playing maybe as much football as he should do at Manchester City. We're happy with that. And a player has returned to the club. Mickey van Sass, the Dutch goalkeeper, is back in Manchester after a loan at Cheltenham Town. 77 rated at 19. I mean, Bazunu is 21 and 79 rated. Mickey van Sass is 77 rated at 19. This young goalkeeper could be going right to the very top. He's been on loan at Cheltenham Town, which is probably not good enough for him. We're going to put him back on the loan list again, but what a goalkeeper we've got here in Mickey van Sass for the future. Wow. He looks really good, doesn't he, the young man? So it's Manchester derby time now. Manchester United in 3rd place in the Premier League. And look at this Premier League table. Us and Liverpool both on 51 points and a very identical looking results. Both played 21 games, both won 16, drawn 3 and lost 2. However, it's when you look at the defence and attack where you see the difference. Liverpool only conceded 20 goals, we've conceded 24, 4 more. We're top, of course, on goal difference, down to this. Liverpool 45 goals this season, us 66. Could we hit that 100 goal mark this season? I do think so. And our goal difference 42 compared to Liverpool's 25. That is a massive difference. Now you look at Manchester United, they have the best defensive record in the Premier League with only 19 goals conceded this season. That's something to really look out for in the derby. So the best defence against the best attack. So this is a side for the Manchester derby. Ederson starts in goal. We've got Cancelo, Walker, Dias and Tierney in that back four. Calvin Phillips ahead of Roderick with Grealish, captain Kevin De Bruyne and Foden in the midfield three. And I think it's about time we give the captain back to Ruben Dias. And then the forward line, it's Raheem Sterling and Alexander Isak partnered up top. On the bench, Dusan Vlahovic, Gabriel Jesus, hat-trick hero in the previous game, but doesn't start ahead of Raheem Sterling. And Kunku, Gundogan, Stones, Lacroix and Bazunu. Today, De Jong, Zinchenko, Rodri, who's content, a bit tired. I think he wants to play more. Palmer, McAtee, Sarmiento miss out, as well as Mickey Van Sass. So Manchester City versus Manchester United, derby day, live from the Etihad Stadium today. A win for Manchester United might just launch them into the title race, but also put Liverpool top of the Premier League table with a defeat for Manchester City. Out we come against a possible title rival, but one definitely a rival in locality, aren't we? City versus United, Salford versus Manchester, and out come the red side and the blue side. Our captain Ruben Dias leads us out, and I think their captain is actually the German Mats Hummels. Well, we know our side today, but it's an attacking one. But what are Manchester United going with? David De Gea starts in goal. It's Danny Carvajal, Mats Hummels, Varane and Luke Shaw in the back four. Casemiro and Marcus Rashford partner each other in midfield with Bruno Fernandes, ex-player Sancho and Donny van der Beek on the wings. Daniel Malen up top. They've got Pogba, Cavani, Telles, Luis Alberto, Ronaldo and Harry Maguire on the bench. That is an absolutely incredible Manchester United bench. Why is Van der Beek not in the middle and why is Rashford not on the wing? Something EA Sports need to sort out on this game, because a lot of times in career mode you see teams playing players out of position. It's incredibly frustrating, isn't it, to see that. So Manchester City versus Manchester United, derby day, and it's live from the Etihad Stadium. And can Raheem Sterling continue his incredible form? Grealish as well, Isak also. We're going to keep possession, and Gashardo's men will look to beat the side they're managed by, I don't know, still Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, I believe, in this save. And here's Phil Foden up against Luke Shaw. Foden gives it to Luke Shaw and says, have it back. Calvin Phillips, the crunching challenge on Marcus Rashford. Cancelo away. Scrappy game at the start of it. Neither side really has kept possession. String too many passes together. Good defending from Kyle Walker. And that is a corner for Manchester United within 13 minutes. Well, a win here today would keep us top of the table on goal difference. However, a defeat today probably would put Liverpool top of the league, which we certainly don't want. De Bruyne. Over the top, it's a brilliant ball to Sancho. Cancelo with a foot in, it's a penalty, Manchester United. Well, that's really poor from Joao Cancelo. That is really poor from one of the best fullbacks in the world here. He's made a crucial mistake that's really cost us, hasn't it? Really cost us here. Sancho, he takes a tumble there. And Fernandes steps up to score another penalty this season. One of the top goal scorers, Bruno Fernandes, into the bottom corner. Ederson goes the right way. Can't get his fingertips to it. And Fernandes scores again. He's one of the top goal scorers, like I said, in the league, along with Mo Salah. Up he steps, no clean sheet, and Manchester United, best defensive record in the league. That's something to worry about. 14 goals so far for Fernandes from midfield. We find ourselves 1-0 down in the derby, and that is not good for Gashardo's men. Looking to win the Premier League this season. Might just fall short to a very good Liverpool side. All the space to burst forward in. There's a ball in behind to Daniel Malen and read by our captain Ruben Dias. Pretty simple is Cancelo gives the ball away here, and Manchester United take a 2-0 lead. And Joao Cancelo has given away a penalty and now give away the ball in front of his own box. And Fernandes gets his second goal of the game. What is Joao playing at today? That is shocking from Cancelo. 2 goals conceded because of him. You might have to come off at half-time, Cancelo. This is a disaster class, and he is playing for Manchester United at this moment in time. Sterling. Isak. Back to Sterling. Great touch. Raheem. Got to score. Sterling off the post. Here's Sancho. Fernandes. I can see that ball onto Donny van der Beek here. Good diving by Diaz, and Phillips makes another interception. Still Danny Carvajal. Little back heel again. Fernandes. Marlon. Van der Beek. Oh, misses a sitter. Sterling, good hold-up play. Into Jack Grealish. Grealish, what a ball from Jack. Isak, bursts away. Isak makes it 2-1. What a ball from Grealish. Pick that ball up, Alexander Isak. 2-1, Manchester City are down. We're back in this game at least with a goal back. Wonderful ball from Grealish on the counter, in behind Rafa Varane, who's quick, but so is Alexander Isak. And left the right foot for Isak. It doesn't matter for the Swede. I mean, if that was Vlahovic not seeing a goal here, because he would have been caught. Great goal from Isak. Two very different players are Isak and Vlahovic. 2-1 Manchester City. And we go again now. That goal just before half-time makes the world of difference in this game, I feel. Phillips dives in. Daniel Marlin. Luke Shaw. Ooh, it goes for a throw in, that shot from Luke Shaw. That was absolutely terrible. And that is half-time. 2-1 down. Should be 2-2. Good bit of movement sometimes. But United look so dangerous. At least we've brought them down once. We're going behind at 2-1. Fernandes with a double. Cancelo actually defends it this time. Walker into De Bruyne, giving away. Fernandes, chance for a hat-trick for Bruno. Good save by Ederson, but what are we doing at the back? United aren't really creating chances. We're creating the chances for them. Still we wait for Manchester United to give us the ball back. Marlon. Into Fernandes. Sancho. Fernandes! Could be a hat-trick. Saved by Ederson. Having a good game is the Brazilian. Solskjaer. Tactical masterclass today against Gallardo. Here's Fernandes. Sancho. He still works it into Warney's. A chance. Good save by Ederson again. Fair play to Ederson. He's turned up today. Now, Jesus got a hat-trick in the last one. It makes me think him for Sterling might be a good idea. Casemiro. Wide of the post by the Brazilian. And a good pass. And he does into Phil Foden. That's brilliant. And Foden picks a pass to Raheem Sterling, and Danny Carvajal intercepts again. Sterling. De Bruyne. Isak with a chance straight down the throat of De Gea. Still alive here. Sterling still Isak. De Bruyne. Kevin De Bruyne with a hit. 2-2. All level here in the Manchester derby. Well, Isak had a chance to score there. I don't know how he didn't score straight at David De Gea. But we've worked hard. Sterling, Isak. I think Foden involved as well. Heavily involved in that goal anyway. In the build-up. And Sterling works it back into Isak. To Kevin De Bruyne. Wonderful hit. I mean, the power he hits that one with KDB. There's absolutely no chance for David De Gea. Off comes Sterling for Jesus. That's a positive change from us. 2-2 now. Looking for those 3 points. 2 goals conceded again, though. We don't know what a clean sheet is, do we, at this team? Then to Gabriel Jesus. Isak. We've got bodies over on this right-hand side now for fun. And that's why De Bruyne will do that. And switch it to Kieran Tierney. And Tierney across to Phil Foden. And Phil Foden for a Derby Day winner. He can't get it. It's blocked. Well done, Phil Foden. Alexander Isak. Into Gabriel Jesus. 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 Isak on the volley. What a goal from Alexander Isak. Great play from Gabriel Jesus. But Isak hits an acrobatic volley as he always does. And it is a stunning finish in the 78th minute. 3-2. 2-1 down at half-time. We were 2-0 down. We've changed this game completely. Completely on its head. We flipped it around. Great ball by Jesus. Alexander Isak on the chest. What a volley. What a incredible volley past David De Gea here. Scores so many of these, doesn't he, Isak? So many of those. With the quality he has like that. Celebrations for the Swede. Substitution. It is going to be De Bruyne, I think, for Gundogan. And it is going to be Nkunku for Grealish. All-out energy, all-out defence, really, in that midfield. Still very attacking options. So off comes KDB. Cancelo in towards the near post to Phil Foden's arriving. Isak's there, and somehow that has bounced up over the bar. Did Matt Summels get a touch on that? How we haven't scored there, I don't know. Incredible. Well, Manchester United making an impact sub. Paul Pogba is on for Donny van der Beek. Not that he'll make much difference, I don't think, as the ball swung into Jesus here. Attacks it. Kyle Walker's arriving, and Casemiro runs it away. Pogba over the top. Tierney's got to get to this one. Tierney doesn't. Sancho takes it in his stride here. Ruben Dias with a big challenge on the edge of the box here. It's a yellow card for Dias. Could this be a penalty? Well, Cristiano Ronaldo comes on as well now with 2 minutes to go. Marlon's off. It's a free kick. Surely Bruno scores this. Very close. Fernandes with a strike. Oh, it's in the top corner. Bruno Fernandes hat-trick. 3-3 Manchester City with Manchester United. Could feel it coming. Hat-trick from The Portuguese Magnifico, as they call him. Diaz, frustrated with himself, made that challenge. United would have scored anyway. He had to make that challenge, but it wasn't enough. Fernandes steps up and over the bar. Ederson should save it, shouldn't he? Ederson really should save that, I feel. And that's why we're going to give chances to Bazunu, possibly even Mickey Van Sass if he's back from his loan. Why not give Mickey Van Sass a go? We've got seconds to score here, referee, as Rafa Varane makes a nasty challenge. This could be a red for Varane. I don't think it will be. I don't think it will be. It's a yellow card for Rafa Varane. Diaz's tackle was pretty nasty as well. Diaz. Isak. Foden. Oh, it was to Jesus by Phil Foden. And Jesus would have been in there if Phil could make that pass. He just hasn't got the quality, has he, Phil Foden, in the final third at passing like you think he would. And that is full time. 3-3 Manchester United in the derby, which means the chances are Liverpool have won their game. We will drop down to second place. 2 points adrift of Liverpool at the top. Well, lucky Marcelo Gallardo, because Liverpool drew their game as well. I'm not sure who Liverpool played, but they did only get a draw. So, you can see there, we are on 52 points. They're on 52 points. Who did they draw with? Who did Liverpool draw with? Leicester. A 0-0 draw with Leicester. That's a surprising result. So we stay top on goal difference. But it doesn't get any easier now. 7th placed Everton away to Goodison Park. We go next. So this aside for Everton today. On the bench, Bazunu, Cancelo, Stones, De Bruyne, Gundogan, Sterling and Isak. Meaning Ederson starts in goal, Walker, Lacroix, Captain Diaz and Zinchenko in the back four, Rodri and Kunku, Grealish in the midfield three, with Foden in front, and it is Jesus and Dusan Vlahovic up top today. So away at Goodison Park, Manchester City versus Everton. Now Everton surely will want to lose to us today to keep us top of the table. They don't want Liverpool winning the league, do they? But you never know, they've got to be in for himself as well. They're in 7th position, possibly could get into that Europa League spot, high, maybe even top 4. I can't see that with Everton, but we'll see what their side is like. And it's interesting to see Vlahovic back in there and Kunku today. I think Vlahovic might get a couple of goals today at Goodison Park. I've got that feeling about him today. So this is the side for Everton. Jordan Pickford starts in goal. It's Liner, Ben Godfrey, Zuma and Michael Keane at the back. Valverde and Allen in the midfield too. And then Townsend, Kudus and Harvey Barnes in behind. Jordan Larson, the striker, interesting Everton side. They've got Jorge Sanchez, Gabamin, Holsek, Josh Wilson, Esbrand of Us on the bench, and Ellis Sims also. So Manchester City versus Everton. It's live from Goodison Park. Similar in style really to Calvin Phillips. Here's Walker, Vlahovic. Oh, through the back of him comes Ben Godfrey. Was it Allen? Referee. Falling behind here, Larson. Lacroix dives in. Larson's going to go back. Townsend to the edge of the box. Fede Valverde. Wide here, past Walker. Chance for Larson. Near post goal for Everton. What about the foul on Dusan Vlahovic, who looks to be injured? Well, I said at the start of this game, Vlahovic might get a couple of goals in today's game. I just got that feeling. Well, you know, Larson scored for them after Calvert-Lewin went to Arsenal. And how is that not a foul on Vlahovic by Allen? Looks to have injured him. 1-0 down, no clean sheet again. Thank you, Manchester City. 3 goals for Larson in 9 games. And Vlahovic is out. Well, Isak comes on for an injured Vlahovic. We don't know how long Dusan's going to be out for yet. But off comes the Serb. On comes Isak. That's so annoying. Just because of his contribution offensively as well. And here's the chance for them with Harvey Barnes. Why did I do that? Why did I do that? Penalty. Ruben Dias gives away a penalty with crumbling here. I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I did that. Penalty Everton all day long. Fede Valverde is going to step up and score it. Unless Ederson sent the wrong way. Valverde hits the post. Lifeline for Manchester City. What are we doing? They're in trouble here. They're in trouble here, Everton. They're in trouble here. Oh, blocked. Back into Isak still. Oh, and dealt with by Zuma. And cleared away. Good foot in by Walker. Chasing games at the moment, aren't we? We're not dominating games. We're not playing the way we should do. I'm not sure why. Giving away to Grealish, into Rodri. Jesus, Isak. Tries the difficult pass wide to Zinchenko. It works. Jesus. Foden on the right boot. Oh, it's... Well, I'll take that. I'll take that, but that just sums up how we're getting goals, isn't it? Phil Foden celebrating. Foden's shot is on target. It does deflect, sending Pickford the wrong way. It then deflects back into the Everton player and into the back of the net. We'll take that. I think Foden's, I mean, it's a bit cheap celebrating that goal, isn't it, from Phil Foden? No way is it his. I mean, look at this. Off Pickford's face. Off Kurt Zouma. Embarrassing for him. Left Everton, didn't he? Went to Chelsea, back to Everton. Then I think he went to West Ham, and he's been signed from West Ham back at Everton. But we're back level at 1-1 now. At least we're back in the game. But we're not performing well at all. Good footing by Diaz. And Kunku's so far behind it. It's a chance here for Kudus, and a good save from Edison. Behind for a corner. We're going to lose this one, aren't we? I can feel it already. I really can feel it. Cross comes in from Townsend. Rodri down. Foden away. Come on, Phil. He's supposed to be the second coming to Lionel Messi. Oh, that's more like it. Foden. Foden. Oh. Should have passed it to Jesus. Rodri again. Wonderful play from Rodri. Foden through the back of him from Allen, which is a nasty challenge similar to Vlahovic. We're looking out for you, Allen. And that is half-time, all level at 1-1. Not in a good run of form at the moment, are we? Not at all. Phil Foden's having a shocker again. And I don't know what to do with Phil Foden at the moment. Inside one. Into Nkunku. Fouled. And Nkunku from range. Good save from Pickford. Foul by Godfrey. I'm not sure if it's him as Allen that made the foul on Vlahovic. It was a nasty challenge either way. Foden with a swing in. Attacked by Jesus. Goal for Gabriel Jesus, whose goal-scoring record pretty good in recent weeks. 3 in his last 3. And this will be 4 in his last 4. Gabriel Jesus rises on the Phil Foden cross. And nods in what could be the winner. Past Jordan Pickford ahead of Kurt Zouma, who's had a shocker. 2 on Manchester City. Back in front here. White is Zinchenko instead. Isak's arriving here. Isak's arriving here! Saved by Pickford. Good balling by Zinchenko as well. Really good balling. That's a ball through to Isak that Foden can't do. He hasn't got the ability to play a pass, Phil Foden. Which makes me think he's a better striker than a creative player. What a ball to Barnes, who's offside here. He's a better striker than a creative player, but he hardly gets the chance to shoot. And when he does, it's always in a position where he's not really found the position to shoot. Walk with a footing's not enough. Gabaman, good block by Rodri. Isak will rise above Allen. Well done, Isak. Jesus, counter Manchester City. Off to Alexander Isak, and Isak bursts away. There's a Swede from Gabaman. Isak. Isak. Grealish with a header. What a save, Jordan Pickford. What a save by Pickford. Grealish has got a score there. I brought him on and he's done that. Fair play to him, Grealish. At least he can play a killer pass, can Jack Grealish. Running on me, they're not getting anywhere near him. I'm looking for Isak. Isak into Foden to finish the game. He's hit the post again, Phil Foden. She gives it straight away though. That never works, does it? The fake shot, the fake cross anymore. Defenders see to read it. The referee's got to blow his whistle now. He does blow his whistle. A 2-1 winner against Everton. 3 points, which will keep us top of the table. Possibly level with points again with Liverpool, depending on if they've won. That's a good result. The only negative is we need to worry about is the injury to Dusan Vlahovic. I'm not sure what he's going to be like, how long he's going to be out for, because he was forced off immediately. That looks like a nasty injury. So good news, only Vlahovic out for 5 days. Only a shoulder injury, not a big injury like I thought it was going to be. That's fine by me. We'll get him back pretty soon and back into the action. Well, it's round 4 of the FA Cup now, and something I've just noticed is Swansea City has changed their badge. I've not seen that before. They had a pretty modern looking badge. They've gone to a more classic badge. Round 4 of the FA Cup, Manchester City versus Swansea, which you will quick sim with the second team. Of course, no Dusan Vlahovic, but why not a bit of Dario Sarmiento up top? He's the closest thing to a striker I think we've got without Dusan in there. De Bruyne on the bench, and James McAtee will get him a bit of game time as well in this game against them. Actually, continue editing. You know what? For this game against Swansea, let's get Van der Meer. Kyle Walker's playing a lot of games, so is Cancelo. So that is the side we're going to go with for Swansea. Bazunu in goal, Van der Meer, Stones, De Jong and Zinchenko in the back 4. And Nkunku, Phillips and McAtee, midfield 3. Palmer, Jesus and Sarmiento up top. And also Kieran Tierney is going to come in for Zinchenko due to the tiredness. So that's a good side. It's a good enough side to beat Swansea City, isn't it? And we're off to round 5 of the FA Cup. A 4-0 win with goals from Christopher and Nkunku, Raheem Sterling, and then a double from James McAtee that gives us a 4-0 win over Swansea. Very good result. Well, look at this. Borussia Dortmund have come in for Lucas de Jong on a 2-year loan. Now, I'm not sure he'll spend all 2 years there, but what a deal that is. You want this young man to get some experience. 16 years of age, 75 rated. He's pretty unknown. A left footer, which is hard to come by. We'll accept that 2-year loan to Borussia Dortmund. Great bit of experience. I think he'll come back 80-odd rated soon, and then he will be straight in that first team. Well, Atalanta are interested in taking Lemonier, our 19-year-old French centre-back, 65 rated on a permanent deal, 1.4 million. That is a deal we will accept too. On the side, we've just beaten the FA Cup with Rick van der Meer at right back. Think, you know what? Rick van der Meer is a really good player. So the 17-year-old at 67 rated Dutch right back can play left wing back as well. Swansea City, they watched him, they thought, he's good. They want him on a permanent deal for 2 million. We'll accept that and obviously add him to our transfer shortlist to bring that possibly in the future. And confirmation of 2 moves here. So Lucas de Jong has joined Borussia Dortmund on a 2-year loan deal, and Lemonier has left on a permanent deal to Atalanta for 1.4 million. So before our final game of the episode, which will be away to Wolves, I think it is, or at home to Wolves, we do need to start having a look, don't we, at what sort of players we want to bring in, especially the right back situation. We've got a left-footed centre-back, I think. That's desperate, a left-footed centre-back. Or a right back. That's what we need to look for. The right back, we've got a few players on our list. Sheffield United's Jayden Bogle, 23 years of age, right wing back, athletic, good mentality, not the best technical ability, so he's very quick. That's the first thing. He's very quick and got really good balance. He's not very strong, which is something to look at. What else about him? He's got good ball control, good dribbling, his crossing's reasonably good. Not the best defensively, but he's definitely someone to look at. We've got this man, Victor Gomez, who is a bit younger, Southampton Spanish right back, who really impressed me when he played against us, an early crosser. He's, again, pretty athletic, not as quick, but better strength, better stamina. Probably a little bit better technically, 85 crossing, which stands out massively to me, and I really do like that. I think he's more of a Manchester City player than Bogle, if I'm being honest. Aguilar's not quite good enough, and of course we've got Jan Kuto anyway. Wagnerman is the sort of Kyle Walker region in a way, the German, but they will not sell him no matter what. We've got Montiel here, who's a little bit too old, and I think we'd have to, pay 77 million for him. I don't interest in doing that. A 16-year-old here in Korea, which is not good enough. There's also Max Aarons and Dodo as well. Now, Dodo is, again, a bit of a Kyle Walker sort of player, very pacey, good stamina, not the strongest, however. 79 rated at 25. I think a perfect backup to Joao Cancelo, only 5'5". Max Aarons a little bit bigger, and he's also got 73 strength. They're all very similar, and I just don't know which one to go through. I think Aarons is probably my favourite, although this Victor Gomez does stand out to me as being an interesting player at Southampton. 23 years of age, only 2 ratings less than Max Aarons, but Max Aarons is a 1 year older than him. And also, so is Bogle. Bogle is a very interesting one as well. So what we're going to do is, we're going to approach to buy them all and see how much they want for each one, and agree deals for every single one. So I have agreed a deal for Bogle from Sheffield United, and they would want 35 million if we are to sign Bogle. Let's go in for Gomez as well, and we'll go in for Max Aarons, possibly even Dodo. Why not all 4, and see who is the best option. Victor Gomez would cost us 24 million from Southampton. That is tempting. 23 years of age, only 2 ratings less than Bogle, but looks like quite a good player, the young fullback. He really does. These are the deals we've agreed to. Victor Gomez would cost us 24 million. Max Aarons would cost us 30 million, and Bogle would cost us 35 million. So Bogle is by far the most expensive, and I think that's probably because it potentially has. Victor Gomez has the least potential. Max Aarons has the sort of in the middle. These two are English, which appeals me a little bit more. Gomez is very much a Manchester City sort of player, though, I believe. He's not as athletic as the others. His technical ability is better. He's got better shooting than the others. He's got better passing than the others. He's not a better defender than Aarons or Bogle, so he's actually a worse defender than both them, which interests me, because I do want someone who can actually defend, and it doesn't look like he can do. And he's got very bad defending, hasn't he, really? And then finally, mentality-wise, the others are better as well, so you can see why he's a lower rating, can't you? 4-star weak foot. He's only 5'5". The rest of both are 5'10". I think it's between Bogle and Aarons, really, isn't it? Rather than Victor Gomez. For Victor Gomez, I'm not going to go for. I am going to completely ignore that deal. Max Aarons and Bogle, it is between. I'm not sure which one to go for. I feel like Max Aarons might be just that little bit more similar in style possibly to Kyle Walker compared to Bogle. So we're going to try and work for Aarons. 30 million in the middle between the two. So he'd be a rotation player with Max Aarons. When he wants a 2-year deal, well, no, we want a 5-year deal. He wants a 2-year deal, that's interesting. 3-year deal for Max Aarons. No release clause. Let's remove some of these bonuses. 70,000 per week. 500,000 signing bonus for the England fullback. It could be one of England's top players. 76,000, 660,000 bonus. We'll take that. We're just trying to negotiate him down a little bit. But Max Aarons is the Kyle Walker replacement. He'll come to Manchester City and play football at the right back position behind Joao Cancelo, with Walker playing more of a centre-back role now. And I think that's a really good move in the transfer market. So final game of the episode time, and we face Wolves away from home in 10th position. And this is the side for Wolves today. Ederson starts in goal. Tierney, Diaz, Stones, and debut time for Max Aarons. He starts at right back, throwing him straight in there. We've got Rodri, Grealish and De Bruyne in the midfield 3, with Palmer in front, and it's Sterling and Dusan Vlahovic back from injury and back in the first team. On the bench, Isak, Jesus, Foden, Phillips, Cancelo, Walker, and 80 rated now, Gavin Bazunu. So away to Wolverhampton Wanderers we go today to Molineux to face a very good Wolves side, of course, with a new signing in there as well. We made 2 signs in the summer, didn't we? Dusan Vlahovic, a 65 million, and Lucas de Jong, who's just gone out on loan, actually, the young 16-year-old centre-back on a free transfer, really a swap deal. Played a lot of first-team football, really, for 16 years of age, and now another signing, 2 signs, really, or 3 signs across this season under Gallardo, and it is Max Aarons who comes in at right back. And he'll be up against that man, maybe, Pedro Neto or Adama Traore. So this is the Wolves side. Meslier from Leeds is in goal. They've got Semedo, Eric Garcia, ex-City, Shaletta Sarr, Bolly and Aït-Nouri at the back, Rakic and Fran Beltran in the midfield 2 or 3, and then it's Jose Makis. They've got Pedro Neto at striker and Adama Traore in there as well. Brodby, Pavon, Campagna. Interesting players, actually. A good Wolves side. Aït-Nouri is a very good wing-back. So Manchester City versus Wolves, and it's live from the Etihad Stadium. Sterling. Tierney. Into Palmer there. Ooh, that near post. Well done. Oh, brilliant from Diaz, by the way. Brilliant from Diaz, but well done. The Wolves defender for defending that. Tierney once more. Oh, how can Tierney play a pass that poorly? Ready for a big move, wasn't he, really, after Crystal Palace and relegated with Norwich so many times. Grealish, little back heel. Rodri. Ooh, Tess Meslier. Easy save for Meslier, but it's a nice chance. Good try. Behind. Steps out is Diaz. Rakic. What a ball this is. Chance for Neto. Stones dives in. Pedro Neto with a hit. And a save from Ederson. Well, Bruno Lage, got to be happy with his side so far. Been really good Wolves, actually. Ross comes in. Header, mile over the bar. By defender there. I think it was Fran Beltran, actually. Midfielder. Next Vigo man. Sterling. Vlahovic. Well played. Tierney. Good pull back to Grealish. Lays it off. Cole Palmer. Oh, what a goal by Manchester City. Cole Palmer scores, and he could be starting ahead of Phil Foden, Palmer. He really could be starting ahead of Foden, because that's a brilliant goal. Laid off to him by Jack Grealish, and Palmer finishes the chance brilliantly. Tierney back to Grealish. Look at Palmer, he just stood waiting for that. On his weaker right foot, he puts it in the top corner of Cole Palmer. Only his first goal in 7 Premier League appearances this season. I feel like he's played more than that, Palmer. I feel like he's played quite a lot. Obviously not, but he's got his goal here at Molineux away from home. His first goal of the season, perhaps the first of many. Here's Max Aarons. Lifts one into Vlahovic. Nods it down. Sterling on the volley. Sterling just wide, but that was good play from us. Using the little knock-on, using the 2 up top, which works well for doing that. Really works well for doing that. A sort of play style I haven't done too much before. Adama. Tackled by De Bruyne brilliantly. Palmer. Sterling. Vlahovic off the bar and in. 2-0 Manchester City. Dusan Vlahovic with a goal. Raheem Sterling with the assist. Big goal. 2-0. I think that is game done already. Game dead and buried. But we'll see. Palmer into Sterling. Lays it off to Vlahovic. And he just hits this. He thumps it with his right foot as he does with most finishes Vlahovic. No. No little niceties from Vlahovic. He doesn't tap it towards the goalkeeper. If he gets a chance, he usually whacks it. And he whacks that one in the back of the net. And Aarons has not been so bad in his debut, has he? All over the top. Neto. Dived in with Stones. Neto with a strike from range. Good save from Edison. Just before the half-time as well. To keep a clean sheet would be crucial. I feel like I've not kept a clean sheet in ages now. Headed away. Still a chance here just before the half-time whistle. Fran Beltran, great footwork. Pedro Neto. Diaz a cross hit by Wolves and Pedro Neto smashes one in. That's why we don't keep clean sheets. That is why we don't keep clean sheets, because Edison does that. And I tell you, I'm coming to my end of my tether, as you say, with Edison. Last season he was shocking. He was benched for Stefan a lot of the time. This season, he does stuff like that. He's very hit and miss again this season. That's half-time. Manchester City 2, Wolves 1. Do we give Bazunu a bit of run of games in the next episode? Quite possibly. Quite possibly, with the form of Edison. Half-time, we lead thanks to goals from Cole Palmer and Dusan Vlahovic. Got to see if the ref will give you anything though, which he didn't. Robbie. He's the second coming of Romelu Lukaku, I can tell you that, the Dutchman. Very similar in style. Big, strong centre-forward. Chance here. Cross it to Racic off the post. Aarons against Traore. Oh, he's somehow defended that. Max Aarons, fair play to him. Dropped into the deep end today. Ahead of Cancelo. Not fully fit. He's doing a good job. Tierney. And they get it away. Here's Brodby. Counter Wolves. Gonna watch that long ball to Adama, which he's found. And Aarons is motoring back here, and he's skipped past Aarons. And he's put it to the middle to Brodby, and Wolves do score on the counter. Walker's going to come on for Aarons. Actually, should we bring Cancelo on for Aarons more like? Aarons is very tired. Cancelo on. Isak on for Vlahovic, I think, who's not had a good game up top. 2-2. Clean sheets just don't happen at Manchester City at the moment. I think Aarons is a good signing, but whether he's going to be the one, I'm not sure. Grealish, he plays the killer passes, just Jack Grealish. Does passes like that. What a ball by Grealish. Raheem Sterling. 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 Oh, he's missed it, the goalkeeper. He's missed it, and Isak didn't gamble. Palmer. Cancelo. Back to Cole Palmer. What a save from Millier. Saying bring Foden on for Palmer. You know what we will do, but Palmer's had a good game today. Rodri across. No control at the moment in this team. I don't know why. Racic. Brodby leaves it. Wolves take the lead. Fran Beltran in the 90th minute. This has happened too often in the past 2 episodes. Way too often. And we signed ourselves 3-2 down. Millier celebrates. Wolves celebrate. The fans celebrate. Way too often has this happened. Way too often. A late goal conceded with a leaky defence. Oh, well, Beltran could be off here. Nasty challenge on Isak. Full time, 3-2 Wolves. What have we done here in the last 2 episodes? Can't keep a clean sheet to save our life, can we? Just cannot defend. I don't know what it is. Bruno Laga's side get a 3-2 win after being 2-0 down. We come back and win 3-2. Brodby with a goal. Fran Beltran with a winner. Neto we won just before half time. Shocking. Maybe we need to go into the transfer market for a defender, because I'm not happy. There's something I'm really not happy with about at the moment, and I don't know what it is. Thank you very much for watching. Please do like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. We'll see you guys next time, hopefully with a change to this Manchester City side.